Hello, students, and welcome to my English class. I am Miss Nesilda, and I will be taking your English class. Today, we will study Block 3, Summarizing a Fiction Text. Lesson Plan 3, Connecting the Events. In Block 3, you have already finished with Lesson Plan 1 and Lesson Plan 2. In this part, you will be able to connect events using the transitional words. Using transitional words enhances the time sequence in your story. Now, you might be wondering, what are transitional words? Transitional words are nothing else but they just take you from one time to another in your story. For example, the teacher is reading the text. What tense is it? It's a present tense. The teacher was reading a tense. What tense is it? Past tense. So your words decide the tense of your story or the time sequence of your story. Now, in this chapter, they have given a short story about a boy's love for a sparrow. Now, what I want you all to do is, I want you all to read the story and then tell me what the story is about. Like, for example, see, everybody's level of English speaking or writing is different. Now, I will tell you the story in my words. Okay. Similarly, you have to also tell the story in your own words. Now, I have already gone through the story. The story is about a boy who lives in a village, and what he does is that there's a window for his house, for the hut, and from the window he can see a big tower which carries electricity. There are lots of wires for the tower, and he always looks at it and he is very fascinated and he wonders where the electricity goes, how it goes. He always wonders. And in the evening time, when the sky is very clear and all, he can see many birds coming and sitting on the wires. Well, you might have also seen this, that birds always come and sit on the wires. But one fine day, what happened is that he saw a sparrow who was hanging for the wires. His legs were entangled. Okay, and he was very worried. He drove his bicycle, he went to school, he told there, but nobody was there to help him. They only showed pity for the sparrow. You poor creature, poor bird. Then he went to his mother, but she also gave the same reaction. Then he went to his father, but he also gave the same reaction. The day passed by. Next day, when he went to see the sparrow was still struggling to be freed. Then what happened? The boy, he called some people to help him. See, I'm stopping over here because I want you all to read the story and get back to me. You all have 3 pages of the story. Now it's not necessary that you all have to like a big lengthy, you'll have to write a story. No. The story which you will write will only be a summary. What is a summary? A summary is a short, like you describe the story in short. So you will do it. The name of the story is A Boy's Love for a Sparrow. Now, which sparrow are we talking about? Yes, the sparrow which was entangled in the wires. You read all the 3 pages and you can form a short story. Now, whenever you are forming a story, it is not necessary that you have to include all the points. Remember the story always has 3 parts. First, the beginning, the middle, and the end. The beginning was the boy lives year and year in that, and he looks at the wire. Second part, the middle part was that the bird was stuck in the wires or entangled in the wires. Now I want you all to find the third part. Okay. Now here we have some meanings: awful, bustling, choked, hovering, not have the stomach, peered. Now what I want you to do is, you will take a pencil and jot down these meanings in the lesson wherever they are appearing. Okay, and then you will read the meaning and you will tell me a sentence based on the meaning. Now, as I told you all, the story has three parts: the beginning, the middle, and the end. Okay. Now, what are these three things? The crisis, climax, and rising action. There's one more: falling action. It's not in here. What was the crisis? The crisis was that the sparrow was stuck in the wires. Now, rising action is that all the things the boy did to free up the sparrow. Then there will be a falling action. I want you to find the falling action and I want you to find out the climax. And that you can only find when you read the chapter. Now, after reading, you have to fill in this. The title will be A Boy's Love for a Sparrow. Character is the boy, and the mother or the father is there, and you will find out who all are the characters. Now the boy's name is Harilal. If you want to mention the boy's name, you can, or you can just write the boy. Setting, the setting is in a village, but you can't just write that, you have to elaborate it. And the beginning, middle, and the end once again. I've already told you the beginning and the middle, you have to write the end. Now, for example, if I give you a question, Rima went out of the room as soon as her brother slept. What does this sentence mean? What does the phrase as soon as mean? Where can we use as soon as? Read the explanation for your own self. Now, this sentence only means that Rima went out of a room just as soon as her brother slept. Means it is telling you the sequence of the time. The time when her brother slept, she went out of the room. Similarly, if I give you a question, if I give you a question in another way, like Rima went out of the room while her brother was about to sleep. It is telling you the sequence of the time that her brother was not slept. Her brother did not sleep yet. But then too, Rima went out of the room. Similarly, we have many more examples in your book. Please go through it. Now, for example, here they have given two paragraphs, and you have to write the paragraph in your own words. They have given you a writing guide. The first sentence tells us about the writing prompt, but not the main idea, means the beginning. The idea of the story is always in the middle. The details lack connection. The verb tense is not the same throughout the paragraph. There are several irrelevant or repetitive details. The main idea gets lost somewhere in the passage. Now, what you have to do is a clear topic sentence that gives the main idea of the paragraph. You have to write. Next, 3 to 4 supporting details for the topic sentence. And lastly, a concluding sentence that summarizes the paragraph by reinforcing the main idea. Means you have to write a story based on the paragraph in three parts. The story will be one, but the parts will be three. And what are the parts? The beginning, the middle, and the end. Make sure while you are writing the story, while you are writing in your own words, make sure you use the transitional verbs. The template of the transitional verbs is there in this video. If you want, I can give you the template of the verbs. You can use them according to your convenience. Here you also have examples of simple present form of verb, simple past form of verb, past participle form of verb. You can also use these words for your story. Now, what I want you to do is the questions that are there in your book, attempt them and give me the answers of questions 7, 8, and 10. Questions 7, 8, and 10, and write them down in your notebook. Now, here you have some fill in the blanks and also some event filling. What you can do now, these things, this event filling is there. Question 13. You can refer your boy and the sparrow story. Okay. Now, in question 11, they have given you a different story. It is just like the four options that they have given. You have to fill them up. That's it. Okay. If you have any question or any doubt about the chapter or about this part of the block 3, then you can definitely come to me and ask me. Okay. Thank you very much. Thank you.